Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday Yoga with Leah. Welcome back, and thanks for joining. As you might have seen on Life Loop, we are offering a live yoga class outdoors on the bocce ball court as well. Space is limited, so you will want to sign up on Life Loop ahead of time if you plan on attending that class next week. This week is the first one that's happening right now, so thank you all for joining in on the TV, and this will continue to be an option on Thursday and Sunday. Additionally, I am offering some time for private yoga, so if that's something that interests you, you can reach out to the concierge or the community life team, and I really look forward to it. So with that, we will go ahead and get started. Find your way onto a sturdy seat in your apartment. If you do have a chair with no arms, that's definitely the best option, but if not, you can use what you have. Make sure your feet come all the way down to the ground, and I will always suggest being in your bare feet. Though you're welcome to wear socks or shoes if you feel more comfortable, I will caution you with socks that can tend to be quite slippery, especially depending on what type of flooring you're on. So I think bare feet is definitely the best option. But again, choose what works for you. Speaking of that, during class today, there might be movements that don't seem to make sense for you, and feel free to skip those. Take a moment of rest when you need to. You want to continue to listen to your body and meet yourself right where you're at today. Push yourself, expand your boundaries, but don't go outside of them. So find a comfortable seat, feet about hip distance apart, ankles right underneath your knees. Rest your arms comfortably. Let your shoulders drop down and back, and close your eyes. Tuck your chin partway to your chest. Feel a little length in the back of your neck. And start to notice your breath. Your inhale and exhale. Notice the pace and the depth. And you might simply observe your breath at the pace it's at. Or you might begin to send your breath a little deeper, encouraging your low belly to fill up and expand out as you breathe in, and emptying completely as you exhale. Inhale and exhale. Continue to take your breath at a pace that works for you. It might be a little faster or slower than mine. But I encourage you to focus on your breath. Keep circling back to it during practice today. Encouraging a little bit more thought around your breath, more awareness. Noticing what comes up in your body along the way. Open your eyes, bring arms down by sides. Press your feet down into the ground and feel your legs start to engage. Lift your chest, grow a little taller through the crown of your head. Inhale, arms up. Keep reaching up. Press feet down, draw waistline to spine, and squeeze biceps in by your ears. Can you make arms a little more straight? Reach more through fingertips, inhale. Exhale, arms down. Right away again, inhale up. Press your feet down and you'll feel maybe your seat sliding back. That's good. Draw waistline to spine and lift your chest. Move wrists back in line over shoulders. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release arms down. One more time, inhale, sweep up. Grow really tall, press your feet down firmly. And this time, exhale, arms to shoulder height. Turn palms down, squeeze shoulders together, lift chest, and extend out through fingertips. One more breath in. Exhale, arms by sides. Take hands to your knees, cat and cow. Inhale, let your chest come forward, shoulders drop back. Exhale, round your spine, lean back in your seat, tuck chin to chest. Continue to move through forward and rounding back. And if you find that your spine touches the back of the chair before you finish your movement, scoot a little farther forward in your seat so you're allowing yourself that space for your full range of motion. You might start to add in some other movements, maybe shifting side to side. Maybe one of these two poses feels really good to you and you want to stay a little longer. Finish out your next movement. Come up through a tall spine, shoulders stacked right over hips. Press feet down, lift your chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, make cactus arms. Squeeze shoulders in on your spine. Move hands back and line over elbows and lift your chest. One more inhale. Exhale, palms down, arms out at shoulder height. Flip your palms up and back down. Flip up and back down. Great job. Flip up and back down. Keep squeezing shoulders in. One more time. Flip up and back down. And then turn your palms up, reach your arms up overhead. Maybe even touch your palms together. And then release your arms down to your knees. Cat and cow once more. Lift your chest, come forward. Round your spine back. Lift forward. And this time, maybe you start to add in even more motion, making a circle, maybe a little sway side to side, really whatever feels good, saying good morning to your spine. It's been a little colder outside recently, so really taking care of yourself. Finish out your next movement. Come up through tall neutral, feet right underneath your knees. Right arm up and tilt over. Now you can use your left hand on your leg, on your hip, or if you like, you can extend your left arm alongside your right. You might even bring your palms together. Move top shoulder back and lift your chest. Come up through center and over to the left. To the right. Left arm up and over. Right hand can stay on your leg. It can come to your hip. You can extend your arm up or press palms together, whatever works for you. Top shoulder back. Keep pressing down through both feet. Come up through center. Inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms. Squeeze shoulders together on your spine. Lift your chest. Press palms back and line over elbows. Take one more breath in. Exhale, arms to shoulder height. Turn your palms up and down. Nice, slow and controlled movements. Keep squeezing your shoulders in on your spine the entire time. Extend from sternum out through fingertips. See if you can initiate the flip more from the shoulder rather than the elbow or wrist. And then palms up, arms up, inhale. Grow even taller, maybe touch palms together. And then release, hands down to legs. Nice job. Right hand across for your left knee. Left shoulder up, back, and down. Place your hand beside or behind you on your seat. Lift your chest, twisting to the left. Keep pressing down through both feet. Keep knees in line over ankles. And with each breath in, think taller through your spine. With each exhale, think a little more into the twist. With an exhale, untwist. Left hand comes across for your right leg. Draw your right shoulder up, back, and down. Place your hand beside or behind you on your seat. Press down through both feet. Knees stay right in line over your ankles. Lift your chest and really draw your right shoulder back. You can turn your gaze to the right to whatever level makes sense for you. You might go all the way over your back shoulder, but if that doesn't feel great for your neck, gaze to the side instead. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, untwist. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, twist to the left. Right hand over to your left knee. Left shoulder up, back, and down. Place your hand beside or behind you. Lift your chest. Press down through both feet. Your knees sometimes want to do funky things, going wide or narrow, so keep them in line right over your ankles. Exhale and untwist. Left hand across for your right knee, right shoulder up, back, and down. Place your hand beside or behind you. Lift your chest, expand across your collarbones. Get a little taller, inhale. Exhale, untwist. Big breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, lift your chest, grow taller. Exhale, hinge from the hip crease, start to lean forward. We're going for shoulders aligned over knees here. Press hips back, extend forward and out through the crown of your head. You might keep your hands on your thighs, or if you have stretch to spare, start to walk your hands down towards your ankles, your feet, or maybe even the floor. Press the floor away from you and keep reaching hips back, head forward. Take one more breath in. Exhale, empty out. And then inhale, roll up. Stack shoulders over hips, big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. Pick up your right foot. You can hug your hands, both or one hand, just below your knee, and start to flex and point your foot. Maybe even roll your ankle, make a circle. Nice. Now, notice that you likely leaned back in your chair. There's probably some rounding in your spine. See if you can lift your chest towards your knee. Nice job. Sitting up even taller, shoulders over hips. And then you can stay right here or open your leg out to the side. You might take your hand underneath your thigh for a little extra support. Flex and point your foot, roll your ankle. Close your leg back off and set your foot down. Switch sides. Pick up your left foot. You can hug both hands or one hand around your knee. And start to flex and point your foot. Get a little movement going in your ankle. You can crunch your toes over, flare them out. Now start to notice, likely you rounded your spine and leaned back a little. No worries. Just lift your chest. Hinge forward. Nice job. Lift your knee a little higher. Press your right foot down to the ground. Then open your leg out to the side, or you can stay to the midline if you feel more comfortable. Continue to take movement in your foot. You can take hand underneath. Close your leg back off and release your foot down. Big breath in. Exhale. Heel toe your feet out wide. And with heels in, toes pointing out, knees in line over your ankles. Press feet down and away from each other. Lift your chest. Exhale, stay here. Press your feet down even more. Knees go wide. Nice job. Arms go out to shoulder height. Begin to slightly twist side to side. Instead of initiating this twist with your arms, so see how my chest stayed pointing directly forward? Instead, turn the center of your chest. Doesn't have to be a lot. Keep shoulders squeezing together on your spine, and you'll notice whichever arm is moving back, so in this case, my right arm, and then my left arm, that shoulder squeezes onto your spine. Check back in with your legs. Press knees out and line over your ankles. Nice job. Hold in the center. Inhale. Exhale, arms down to legs. Take a big breath in. Exhale, heel toe your feet back to hip distance apart. Sit up tall, shoulders over hips. Lift your chest. On an exhale, hinge from the hip crease. Fold forward. Again, we're going for about shoulders over knees. But if you have stretch to spare, you might continue to walk your hands down your legs, maybe to your feet or even the ground. Press the floor away from you, reach hips back, extend out through the crown of your head. If you would like, you can round your upper spine and tuck your forehead towards your legs. Roll back up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, empty out. Big breath in. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Turn to the right in your chair. Turn to the right. So your right leg is forward. And then scoot back a little bit so your thigh is supported. You want your left leg to be free. Feel free to hold on to your chair back with your right hand. And then with your knee bent, take your knee in line underneath your hip. Now, depending on how tall you are and the height of your chair, you might not be able to set up in a totally vertical stack like this. You might have to go a little to the side. You might have to make little adjustments, to make this work for you. but supporting your right thigh, draw your knee in close underneath you, back heel is lifted. Then lift your chest. If you'd like, take your left arm up by your ear. Really tuck your tailbone forward, so squeeze your left glute. Draw your waistline back to your spine, creating a stretch in the front of your leg. If you'd like to add even more here, take a little side bend over towards your chair back. Use the chair back to support you so you stay long through both sides. Come up through center, release your left hand down, take your left leg forward. You're gonna turn to the other side. So your left leg is supported by the chair, and your right leg is kind of free to the front. You can use your left hand on your chair back for a little bit of extra support here, and then start to take your right leg back. Heel lifted, knee kind of in line underneath your hip. Your knee might start lifting out to the side, but you want to draw it in as much as possible underneath you. Then tuck your tailbone forward, squeezing from the back side of your body. Draw waistline back to your spine and get a little taller. And then if you'd like, right arm can go up by your ear. Keep lifting your chest, get taller and taller through your spine. If you'd like a little more stretch here, side bend, right arm up and over. Move top shoulder back. Come up through center and release down. Take your right leg forward, turn back to the front. Take a big breath in, long breath out. One more time, big breath in, long breath out. We will take a few standing poses now. We will use the chair for support in every single one, so hands on the chair to help support you. So I do encourage you to go ahead and follow along and stand up and just give yourself that opportunity to try. You might really be surprised with how much you're capable of. But with that being said, as always, be aware of your limitations, listen to your body, and participate at the level that works best for you. If you would like to stay seated, you'll be able to do the arms or the legs. There's a couple things that you will definitely be able to participate with, and you can always fold forward whenever we do. Go ahead and stand up, come around behind your chair, and I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me a little bit better. Let me adjust my camera angle slightly here. That's better. So, hands on your seat, the back of your seat, and you want to make sure that you're a comfortable distance to begin with, so you don't have to lean forward or that your arms aren't pressing you back to feel comfortable with your hands supporting you. Take just a slight bend in your knees, tone your inner thighs in, like imagine squeezing something between your legs. Draw waistline to spine, lift your chest, drop shoulders down and back, grow taller through the crown of your head. Step your right foot just a little closer to the chair and left foot one step back. You want your feet to be in two lines like you're skiing rather than one line like you're on a balance beam. Little bend in both knees and then hinge. Press your hips back, lean your torso down and forward. Now you might notice right away that your hips skew in this direction and kind of open to the side. So you want to do what you can to draw your right hip back, move your left hip forward, and extend out through the crown of your head. Press your feet down really firmly. Hinge back upright. Step your left foot forward. Right foot back. Find that comfortable distance from the chair again so you feel really comfortable. Shoulders over hips, over ankles. And switch sides. Left foot goes a little closer to the chair. Right foot takes one step back. Does not have to be a long stance at all. Almost like one good pace if you're walking. Press feet down and away from each other. Take a little bend in both knees. And then hinge. So rather than leaning forward towards the chair, hinge. Press your hips back. Extend the crown of your head forward. Now you might notice this time your hips might open up to the right. So left hip comes towards the chair, right hip back. You want to do everything you can to keep both hips pointing right towards your chair. Left hip draws down and back. Press your feet down and away from each other. Feel free to keep a little bend in both knees. Hinge upright. Right foot steps forward. Left foot steps back. One more time on each side. Right foot forward. Left foot back. Press your feet down and away from each other. Lift your chest. Hips slide back. Extend out through the crown of your head. If this all feels okay for you and you would like more stretch, you can lift up to your heel and flex your foot. It's not a requirement, it's just an offering for those who might like a little more here. Hinge upright, left foot forward, right foot back. Take that moment, reset, and switch sides. Last time, left foot forward, right foot back. Press feet down and away from each other. Lift. Hinge from the hip crease, pressing your hips back. Extend forward for your head. If you'd like more here, lift to your heel. Little bend in your knee, press your heel down. Beautifully done. Hinge upright. Right foot forward, left foot back. Walk your feet out a few times. We're going to start to shift the weight side to side on our feet. If you're seated, do this that we did earlier, and you'll see how that's going to fit right in with what we're doing with our legs here. You're welcome to stand behind your chair, but I suggest turning to the side so that your right hand is on the chair to begin with. You're going to be facing towards the left. So right hand on the chair, and start by simply shifting the weight one foot to the other, and see what kind of space you might need to make that happen. Nice. Then shift the weight over to your right leg. Lift your left foot out to the side. Flex your foot. Nice job. Lean a little farther over, maybe lift a little higher, and then step back down, shift side to side again. All right, come through center. Put the weight in your right leg, lift your left knee straight forward, flex your foot. Nice job, right back down, shift side to side. Then come through center. Put the weight in your right leg. Left knee lifts straight forward, flex your foot. And then open your knee out to the side. Strong right leg, nice job. Come back and step down, shift side to side. And then shift to the right, lift your left leg straight out to the side, maybe hinge over. And right back down, nice job. Turn around to the other side, so turn forward and then to your right. So your left hand is on the chair. Right arm and leg are free on the outside. We're gonna begin shifting that weight side to side. Find your comfortable distance from the chair so it's there to support you, but not too close. And then the next time you shift the weight over to your left, lift your right leg out to the side, flex your foot, kind of hinge up and over. Nice job, right back down, shift side to side. One more time, hinge over to the left, lift your leg out to the side. Beautiful, step back down, shift. And then find that midline, move the weight to the left. Lift your knee straight out in front of you, flex your foot. Stay strong on your left leg, foot comes back down, shift. Weight in your left leg, lift your right knee forward, and then open your knee to the side. Nice job, staying balanced. Come back through center, close down, shift, side to side. Beautifully done. Turn back to face towards your chair once more. We're going to practice Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. If you are seated, you've likely taken class before and you know just how to follow along, but I will do a quick demonstration of both for anyone who's new this week. So for Warrior 1, if you know them standing, go ahead and follow along this first time standing. Much like we did earlier, but without turning, you're just going to shift over to the left. So right knee forward, you can do exactly the same thing we did earlier with knee down. Or you can take your foot out a little farther with your leg more straight. I definitely always suggest heel up for the seated version as it allows you to get a better stretch through the front of your leg. And then you can keep your hands down for support or take arms up. To switch sides, you simply lean to the right, bring your left leg forward, shift over to the right, left leg forward, right leg back. You can take your knee in close or take your foot back a little farther. If you'd like, you can reach your heel down towards the mat, but I'll always suggest a heel up version. I think it's a lot nicer on the knee. And maybe arms go up. For warrior two, you'll take your feet out wide, heels in, toes out. You'll simply turn your toes to the right toes to the right, left heel goes out. Make your left leg more straight. Warrior two. To switch sides, left heel in, right toes in, and switch. Your torso stays centered over your legs, and your legs just kind of switch side to side. All right. Getting ready to practice now. We'll start with warrior one. Warrior one, if you're standing behind the chair, start with hands down. Step right foot forward, bend your knee. Left foot back, anchor your heel down. Square hips to the chair. Tuck your tail forward and draw waistline to spine. Lift your chest. Your heel can either reach down towards the ground or you can keep your back heel lifting. You can even add a little bend in the knee here. And your stance can be more shallow or it might be deeper and longer than mine. If you'd like, one at a time, arms go up. Stack wrists over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Tone your abdomen. Get a little taller. Big breath in. Exhale, release down. Left foot forward. Right foot back and switch sides. Left foot a little closer to the chair. Bend your knee as you step your right foot back. You can anchor your heel down towards the ground, or you might lift that heel up. If your heel is lifted, I do suggest a slightly longer stance to give the same stretch in the front of the leg. Tuck your tailbone forward, draw waistline back to spine, shoulders stack over hips. You can continue to use the chair for support or take arms up. Squeeze biceps in by ears, get a little taller, inhale. Exhale, release down, right foot forward, left foot back, pedal your feet out a few times. Warrior two. Stand behind your chair, but I'm not going to use the chair for this movement, just so that you can see me a little more clearly. Take your feet out wide. And you want your feet to be a comfortable wide stance so that they're not sliding away from each other, but you feel like you're, kind of pushing the boundaries of what that wide stance is for you. You're welcome to use hands on the chair or take your arms out to a T. Turn your right toes out. And then try to keep your torso in line over hips. Bend your right knee by reaching it forward. Widen your front knee more in line with pinky toes. Scoop your tailbone forward. Anchor through your back foot. Stack shoulders over hips. Lift chest. Extend out through fingertips. Straighten your right leg. Turn right toes in. Left toes out. And then keep your torso in line over your hips. Try to almost keep your torso stationary. Reach your left knee forward. Widen your front knee. Tuck tail forward. Press through your back foot. Stack shoulders over hips. Lift chest. Extend out through fingertips. Straighten your left leg. Left toes turn in. And wide leg fold. So if you're seated, heels and toes out, lift your chest, stay, or start to hinge and fold forward. If you're standing, you can stay close to the chair and hinge like so. Little bend in the knees, send hips back. Or you can get a little farther from the chair and fold all the way forward, maybe taking hands down to the mat. A little bit of bend in the knees here can be incredibly beneficial and can allow for a little more length and strength in the low spine. Roll back upright. Get really tall. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Heel toe your feet back in together. Nice job. We're going to practice a version of triangle pose. If you are seated, do warrior two again. If you're seated, take your feet out wide. If you're standing, Come around to the left side of your chair. Take your feet a little bit wide, not quite as wide as we just did for the fold. Right hand to your chair back, and then turn your right toes toward the chair. Feel free to bend your knee a little bit. Hinge sideways. Press your hips towards your left foot. You can take your hand to your chair back or your seat. Left hand to your hip. Press hips forward. Lean your torso back into one line. If you'd like, send your left arm up. Expand across your collarbones. Reach out. Left hand comes down. Bend your knee as you come upright. Then walk around to the other side of the chair, taking a little bit of time to reset on this side. Left hand to the chair, take your feet out just comfortably wide. Doesn't have to quite be as wide as your forward fold stance. Left toes toward the chair. You can take a little bend in your left knee, keep your back leg strong, and then hinge your hips back. Extend forward and out through your head. You're welcome to keep your hand on the chair back or take your hand down to the seat. Maybe right arm up or right hand to hip. Press hips forward, lean torso back into one line. Keep your legs getting strong. Hand to hip. Bend your knee as you come upright, maybe using the chair to help you. Then walk your feet in together and come back behind the chair. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. Come back to the chair. Take a seat once more. We'll practice eagle pose. Eagle pose. So start with feet underneath your knees. And then take your right leg up and over your left. So your legs might look a little bit like this. You might be able to get a little bit of a closer wrap and squeeze your shins together. But from wherever you're at, you can use your hands to support your knees and just work on squeezing into the midline. Or you might add the arms. Right leg is over, so right arm is under. Give yourself a big hug, hold opposite shoulders, press backs of hands or palms together. Lift your chest, get taller through your spine. You might notice yourself rounding your spine and leaning back, so keep pressing shoulders forward in line over hips. Unwrap your arms, unwrap your legs. Take a moment and then switch sides. Left leg lifts up and over your right. And your legs might be a little higher like this. You might use your hands to support your top leg and just work on squeezing into the midline. You might have stretch to spare and have a little more room to get knees and shins closer together. If you'd like, add the arms. Left elbow crosses under your right. Hold opposite shoulders or take backs of hands or palms together. Lift your chest, drop shoulders down and back, get a little taller through your spine. Your foot that's on the ground, press it down to the ground. Nice job. Take one more breath in. Unwrap your arms, unwrap your legs. Heel toe your feet out wide. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. You're welcome to stay right here or left hand to your thigh, right arm up and over, side bend. You're also welcome to take your forearm down here. Move top shoulder back. Come up through center. And then switch sides, either just staying here in the center, opening up through the inner thighs, or right hand down, left arm up and over, side bend. Stay here, or you can bring your forearm to your leg. Move your top shoulder back, extend out through fingertips. Come upright, switch sides once more, either hand or forearm down, right arm up and over. Come back up through center and switch sides. Hand or forearm to your leg. Keep moving your top shoulder back, so don't let your Chest collapse forward. Keep opening. Nice job. Come up through center. Take an inhale. Exhale. Heel toe your feet in together. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more time. Big breath in. Long breath out. Take your feet out just a little farther away from you. Flex your feet back. Spread your toes wide. Nice job. And then crunch your toes over. Take your legs out almost to straight and try to reach the entire bottom of your foot down towards the ground. Nice. Reach those toes down. Stretch through your shins, the front of your ankles. And then flex your feet back up towards you. Spread your toes wide. Nice. Crunch your toes over. And then reach the entire bottom of your foot down towards the ground. Stretch through the front of your ankle. Bring your feet back underneath your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands out in front of you at shoulder height. Press through the heels of your hands. Flex your fingertips back in line over your wrists. Getting a little closer. And then curl your fingers in. Draw your knuckles down. Stretching right here through the top of your wrist. You might even feel this going up your arm a little bit. Then open up, flex back, press through the heels of your hands, draw fingertips back towards you. Close off, crunch down. One more time, open up and back. Close off, crunch down. And then really shake it out down low. Shake it out a little higher. Shake it out to the side. And shake it out all the way up top. Release those arms down. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. Bring palms together at heart center. Interlace your fingers to the webbing. Flip your palms and then press your hands forward. So you might stay right here, pressing your arms to or towards straight. If that feels okay and you'd like a little more stretch, you might start to lift your hands up overhead, bringing your arms back by your ears. Lift your chest. Press feet down, press up or out through your hands. One more breath in. Exhale, release down. One more time, palms to heart center. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms, press forward. And you might stay here pressing arms to or towards straight, or if it feels okay, maybe you add lift to the hands. It doesn't have to be all the way up. You could just lift an inch or two. Maybe you continue to lift, move biceps back by ears, lift your chest. Continue to draw waistline back to spine. Nice job. One more inhale. Exhale, release, shake it out on the way down. Take hands to your legs. Cat and cow, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, round back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Two more times, inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last time, inhale forward, exhale back. Come up tall spine, drop shoulders down and away. Draw your right knee up to your chest, squeeze in. Stay here or cross ankle over knee, flex your foot, make a figure four shape. You can continue to use one or both hands to support your knee. You might start to let your leg fall away from you. Then sit up tall. You're welcome to stay right here. You might like to hinge forward. Send shoulders in line over your knees. Use your hands to support yourself on your leg. Hinge back upright. Draw knee up to chest, squeeze in, roll your ankle out, release your foot back down. Press down through both feet, sit up tall. Left knee to chest. You can stay here just hugging in or cross ankle over knee, figure four shape. Feel free to support your leg with one or both hands. Continue to flex your foot. Keep your ankle strong. Think big toe towards your knee, little toe out. Maybe letting knee drop away. You're welcome to stay upright here or hinge slightly forward. We're aiming for shoulders over knees here. Long spine. So really hinging from the hip crease rather than rounding forward from the center of the back. Hinging right there from the hip crease. Beautiful job. Come back up, right? Draw knee to chest. Roll your ankle out on the way down. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. Take your hands beside or behind you on your seat. Drop shoulders down and back and press your hands down to lift your chest. If that's too much for your shoulders and spine, you can simply take your hands behind you and try to lift your chest forward. If your hands are on your seat and you'd like, you can press through your feet and lift your hips. From the side, looks like this. Yeah, maybe lifting those hips up, maybe pressing up even higher. Squeeze your glutes underneath you. One more breath in. Then seat returns to your chair. Sit up tall, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You might just reach out through the crown of your head or take hands down towards the ground. Roll yourself back upright. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to start to get into our final moments of class here. A little bit of meditation and breath work to take us out, and then Shavasana. If there are some floor stretches or something else that I didn't cover today that you'd like to incorporate, feel free to start to do so now, as we'll kind of be in our final cool down sequence. I'm going to start with a little bit of massage for the neck and face here. So a lot of you have done this with me before. We're going to start with your right hand. Use your first finger and thumb behind your earlobe. And I like to kind of curl my knuckle so I can use my second knuckle there to grab my ear. And you want to do 3 kind of rather firm tugs straight downwards. Then you want to come along to the side of your ear, kind of the back, and do 3 straight along the line of your head towards the back wall. Flip your thumb to the inside, grab the top of your ear, 3 times straight upwards. And then just behind your jawbone, right underneath your ear, you'll kind of feel a tendon in your neck. You want to just do a few nice long massage strokes right down that tendon. Kind of aim from your jaw right to the inner side of your collarbone. Then switch over to the left. Pointer finger and thumb, 3 tugs straight downwards. 3 along the line of your head to the back wall. And flip your thumb inside, 3 going up. And then just behind your jaw, a few long strokes straight downwards. And we'll go one more time on each side. So on the right, 3 times. 3 to the back. And 3 up. Little massage. And last time on the left. 3 down. 3 back. And 3 up. A little massage just from behind your jaw, right down your neck. And then take your hand to the side of your face, right hand to face. Support your head falling over towards your right ear, and let your left shoulder get really heavy, drop away. You might even let your arm hang to add a little extra weight. If this feels okay and you would like more stretch, take your right hand over by your ear and draw gently down. Come up through center, support your head, left hand to your face, and let your ear drop over slightly to the left. With your neck, you really want to meet yourself where you're at. Check in at every step along the way. You might let your right arm hang down, add a little extra weight to that shoulder. If that all feels okay, left hand can come around to the other side of your head. And don't pull down, just let the weight of your arm naturally add a little bit more weight to your stretch. Support coming back up through center. Drop chin to chest, look down. You're welcome to stay right here or interlace hands behind your head, not your neck. Let elbows draw down and together, adding a gentle rounding to your upper spine only. Release your hands, lift your chin. Find a comfortable seat. You can stay in the chair you're in or maybe shift to a different spot in your apartment. You might continue to sit up tall, or you can use a wall or a chair back to support you. Take your legs however you feel most comfortable. Rest your arms comfortably on your legs or in your lap. Relax your face and jaw. Allow chin to drop halfway to your chest. And either close your eyes or gaze softly at the ground in front of you. As you breathe in, allow your low belly to fill up, expand out first, then fill your lungs all the way to the top. Momentary pause as you're full, and then release from the top down, empty out every bit of your air. Again, filling up, low belly fills, expands out. Fill all the way to the top, brief pause, and empty out completely. Low belly draws in and up. Inhale. Low belly fills, lungs follow. Pause at the top. Exhale, empty completely. Release all your air. Start to find your own pace to fill and empty. Starting your inhale from the low belly each time, and ending with low belly drawn in and up. Find a depth that you can maintain without too much effort on your part. Let shoulders drop down. Allow face and jaw to stay relaxed. Find a sense of ease and calm. If you find your mind wanders easily here, count silently to yourself the length of your inhale and exhale. That will help keep your mind focused on your breath. At the end of your next exhale, allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. You can shift into a resting position that you like. You might be lying down on your back. Maybe it's just shifting in your seat. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Allow your breath to breathe itself. And just be here for the next moment. Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Take gentle movements to hands and feet. If you're laying down, take a moment to come up to a seated position. And then sit up nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Bring palms together at heart center. We'll close with the sound Om one time, and you're welcome to sing along or listen. Release your air. Full breath in. Thumbs to forehead center with gratitude for this practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining in and sharing your wonderful practice today. If there's questions that you have I can answer for you or anything else I can do, you can always reach out to me here or through the Community Life team. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you soon. Have a happy Sunday, everyone.